And welcome back. Well, joining us now is a familiar face. It's former TMJ4 News reporter Heather Shannon, who joins us via FaceTime. She recently posted online how difficult it's been to social distance from her mother, Marnie, who is in a nursing home where visitation has been cut off due to the coronavirus. And to make the best of a difficult situation, Heather turned to social media for support. She asked her friends to start writing letters to those who may be lonely. And she's here with more on how we all can help someone smile. Welcome, Heather.
Good morning, Tiffany. How are you?
Good morning. You know, I loved the post that you put on Facebook on Saturday talking about your mom, Marnie. There she is. We're showing a picture of her and her dog, or your dog, at the out and about. But she's at a nursing home / rehab facility and unable to see friends and family.
Yes, and there are thousands and thousands of people across the country in a similar situation. They're already isolated. They already don't live at their homes. They don't see their families on a daily basis. They don't see their pets. So obviously, as families of people who live in these centers, we make our best effort to go there as often as we can to see them, to bring them some joy. Unfortunately, we can't do that right now. So they're even more isolated than they are normally. And just giving a card, a letter, a note, a package, anything you can do to just let them know that we are thinking about them during this time, it literally makes just such a big difference.
I know we've kind of asked you to do a little work for us and just talking to the nursing home and other nursing homes and rehab centers to talk a little bit about what can we do. So is there a protocol in terms of like what we can send or who we can send it to? Because a lot of people don't particularly know someone, but they still want to make someone's day.
Right, and that's completely possible. So here's what I learned over the last couple of weeks. Every single nursing home, rehab center, they all have different rules. For instance, at my mom's, she's in Oconomowoc, she's not allowed to accept flowers because they can't have any deliveries of live things. However, you can send letters, notes, cards, games, puzzles, whatever you think would be helpful, you can send that. Other nursing homes aren't accepting anything at all, just, in case of a risk. So it's best to just call the nursing home in your area ahead of time, see what their restrictions are, and ask them how best to address your package or your letters. A lot of them have activity leaders. So for instance, at my mom's nursing home, you send them either to the administrator or to the activity leader, and then they will distribute them throughout the nursing home. You just put a Post-it right in your little note, right in the envelope, and just say, we made these for any resident, please distribute as you see necessary. And then they'll make sure that everyone is getting some.
I love that. And what do you think it means? I know you particularly, spend time with your mom and are sending things and letters and having your friends and family saying it to your mom as well. What are you hearing people say in terms of how much that means?
It literally means the world to them. Right now, they don't have anyone else. They have no connection to the outside world other than their nurses and nursing aides who are doing a fantastic job. But that's it. They can't see anyone. The majority of them don't have Skype. They don't have cell phones. They literally have no connection to the outside world. So to be able to have someone send them something and say, I'm thinking about you during this time, it makes all the difference.
I think that's so neat. What about the nurses and the caretakers? Because, while we think about all the people who are lonely inside, there's so many people on the front lines working as well.
Correct. And this is a very dangerous time for them. And obviously they're around the single most vulnerable population. So they have to be so incredibly careful. And to be able to send notes to them saying, thank you. Like my kids did this the other day. They sent St. Patrick's Day notes to all of the nurses that take care of my mom and said, thank you for doing your job. We appreciate it. And that makes a really big difference to them. Some of them actually texted me and they said, thank you so much, just to know that people at home are thinking of them too. We're all isolated right now. This is very difficult for all of us. But for a lot of us who are younger and who have partners and families, we're still together. They're not together. So I think it's really important to know to the medical people who are there, they're being separated from their families too in order to provide care. And then for the residents who are living there, they are very, very lonely right now.
I just think it's such a beautiful way to connect all of us. And, I think like even if you're driving by, maybe stop and get out and wave through a window or something.
Yes.
I mean, there's all these little human ways that we can connect even while we can't touch one another and have to keep our distance for safety.
I completely agree. I saw one story of a woman who's going around to nursing homes with her therapy dogs outside and going window to window instead of being in the rooms, because these residents really look forward to time with their therapy pets. Things like that, they're little things. And I do truly believe that while obviously a crisis can bring out the worst in some people, it really is bringing out the best in others. And I think this is just an example of what people are doing to help the elderly, who are truly the most vulnerable population.
Oh, I love all those ideas. I want like a dance team, not a team, maybe individuals, like
You
a
need
girl
to
who's
do it,
missing her
Tiffany.
dance
You can do
recital.
it.
Yeah, to go and do that outside someone's window at a
Be
nursing
great.
home.
High
So
school
cute. Thank you for
cheerleading
joining
team,
us, Heather. It's so good
anything.
to see your face.
Thank you. So good to see you too. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Great ideas.